Hello Tech Genius, I am Ravi. Have you ever imagined a place where learning is as dynamic as the technology shaping your world? Then here's a deal. With iMatix, you can make sure the learning is exciting, impactful right from the beginning. You have interactive sessions with expert-led courses. In the world of tech, from data science to cloud computing, it's not just about a session, it's about doing, building, learning by solving real problems. So let's get started. Next area we are going to focus is the Journey Builder, Automation Studio and Journey Builder. These are the two things we are going to work. But before that, today I want to discuss some prerequisite area. Prerequisite means which it will be helpful for you before coming to the next step because it will be required. Some basic SQL will be required for you. That's the reason I have decided Automation Studio will be just two. Portion will be start. But before that I want to hear from all of you. Anybody you have any exposure in SQL? Any exposure you have? What is SQL and basic SQL? Any? No, Ankit, not me. If there is no problem, if you do not have no problem, that's the reason. Today I want to discuss some basic things that you can be ready, where you can just if you are not required to go in depth, but you need to at least some basic concept. Like HTML, CSS, basic JavaScript, SQL, these are the quite fundamental things. And it is a basic fundamental. It requires quite everywhere. Here in SQL, in a too much things, but we are not going to know. But we need to know basic things. Because just I want to give you some flavor to you. And next day or not, we will go into more focus in the automation and journey builder because this SQL thing knowledge, if you come out some basic device, it will be very helpful. You will be able to understand from where you can learn, or this is the top 3 school site. These are the HTML, CSS. You have noticed in our email marketing content preparation, we have to use some basic HTML and CSS. We used in the last session for the background changes some styling purpose. It will be CSS. These are the main tasks of the who are the web designer, what they will do, but when we do the administration, we need to know how to replace some cases. Some small changes is required. In your nearby there is a designer is not nearby. You have some pixel changes. If you do not know, it may be fast travel. That's at least if you are not expert, you need to know some very basic skills. HTML, CSS, JavaScript and today up to it. These are others not required and basic SQL. What is this SQL? I want to discuss something. Information to all of you. SQL means structured query language. SQL is structured query language. SQL. Generally, there are two kinds of database. One database is called relational database. Another database is called unstructured database, not structured database. There is we are uploading video files in YouTube and others media. Those are the not proper structure. It is not called structured data. But when you are creating a table, it is a relational database like MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, SQL Server. These are the some database. It's called relational database. It stores the data in a tabular format. In Salesforce, inside it there is a lots of objects that are inbuilt instead of like account contact. It is all of many major objects that are inbuilt in Salesforce in Sales Cloud. But objects are nothing. but it is a representation of the tables, and behind the screen there is some tabular data. Is there? In Salesforce, we use the ASOCO to get the data, store the data, manipulate the data. But if anybody in the Salesforce and PDO and platform do, they generally familiar with the SQO cell trigger, but we are learning Marketing Cloud. Here there is some implementation of the SQL because we will do some basic SQL. In basic SQL, just I want to share you want real things, it's in my system. This database is there. I want to show, suppose I'm adding, you could write here select very basic SQL query. There is a two types of query. It's called DDL query, DML query, data differential language, data manipulation language. You are not required to do much depth, just be familiar. We want to get data from tables. How do we write? Select start from table name here, table name employees. Select star from table name. If you write it, it will be executed. It will face the data. It will be face the data. Select star from table name. It will get the data. Here you in your system, you do not have a database setup. How do you need to do? You need to familiar with the go to W3 schools. And here is our first things. Basics. Here in this site inbuilt, there is a behind us name already. This setup is there. There is a one table is called customers tables are there inside it. You click and try yourself. Click it, a customer table already there. Background elements has been set up. If we click it, run SQL query, it is fetching all tables of the customer tables. Suppose I want to fetch only this customer name of column. You can write it select instead of star. You write customer name from customers. Just notice it says it fetch only one column. It fetch only one column. Again, it will fetch only one column. Only this W3 schools. To get a little bit you need to go through. That says sufficient. Suppose I want to get here. Customer name is easy. First thing, it is easy and it will be a value addition for your profile also if you know SQL, basic SQL. See country. This is nothing but a table column. Select star means all and select. Here this column we're writing customer name, city, customer country from. These are the things is happening now. Again back to SQL. I'll guide you how much things you should write. It is not required for you to go to the all SQL. You should not. You should at all not up to. Here will be do. Some of these will be required in our SFMC inside. Some joining will be required. We'll guide you. The thing is you can just go through your take your time will be because that hot is well basic is not required to go at all in depth yet and do not carry. It is a bit, no, it is not like that. It is a very basic things. It is a basic fundamental knowledge. This is for all it persons is required HTML, CSS, JavaScript. JavaScript, basic CSS, basic HTML, basic SQL. It is a compulsory knowledge for everybody. This is a syntax SQL statement. You can go to the syntax how to write the SQL statement. It is a CLCT star from. It is a from. These are the keyword. These are called keyword. It is a meaning understand by database. It is a keyword that is a different color, also combination. First we should know this CLCT query or SFM. Inside this CLCT query it will not use the data manipulation DML query. Data manipulation means DML means update, delete, insert. Those are the DML. We will be required only one, that is a CLCT. CLCT customer name, city name from customers. Click here. Click here. If you change column names, the different column data will display. There is some other things like CLCT, distinct clause. Distinct means unique. Distinct means if anything's unique. I want to get the unique data from table name. Suppose all countries CLCT distinct country from. Click here. Total country, how many countries are there? Total country. There are many record have a same continue repeatedly, but it is a fetching only unique country name from this table. This is a unique clause. It is called clause, unique clause. Next is a word. Word is very important things. Suppose I want to get, if I suppose we all are 5 persons here, there is a table. Suppose it is a student table. All of the 5 student names are inside here. I want to get the only suppose. I want to create a small example. I'm creating a table name student. Click create table student, or that is SFMC student. Student add. I play it here. Suppose I'm giving 100. One zero. I'm writing 103. Now I'm going to apply. Our SMC inside will be majorly used. SQL query, select query. Select star from table name SMC learner. If I write it, it will be SQL query. If I write it, it is fetching all data. Now I want to use the fire plus. I want to use the fire plus where country equal to. Now it will be. It is getting data, but it will be here. Are you able to understand any difficulties? Do we learn? Yes, it's clear. It is not. We just have to practice with different cases. You just do it both because you are learning. It is not that it is some basic skill. It comes under some basic skills. If you do not learn, what will happen? In SFM inside, when automation is quite defined, you will be able to understand. That's the reason today I am giving the time. When next session will happen, you should come up with this. At least you can tell I know basic skill. Basic. Not go too in depth and too much study is not required. Some basic foundation, you know from where you will be to do the practice. You can talk to the courses. That is a sufficient site for you. Just up to some joint you can go through and it is a very good thing. It will be at your portfolio also. People know the basic things also. Up to this basic joint, first level of joint, it is that you can do because in here sometimes we will do. Suppose fine, it will be implemented. You may be a question why should we learn? Suppose you have a data extension, there is a two table. Data extension nothing but that is a table that is equivalent to database table. There is a one table, is a student here. In this here what we have done, one table name is student learners. Another table is suppose student personal information. I want to expect two table joining. I want to expect our data finally with data and which will be used for the emails or information, email sending or something. It will be data will come from the two table. The entire SMC, it will be not required to insert a particular ID. Only we will use the select query. But select query to table will do the joining. That's the reason they are basically still will be required. Basically still required, and it will be good skills for all of you to learn it. Here this wire means from which location. It is simple English statement. Select from means everything from where wire means which column. Column is a country. Order by means nothing but it is a ascending descending serial. It is a you can everything is W3 schools is there. Order by price. Order by price means by default it is a order by means ascending. If you notice, highest price is an ascending price. This is a last column is a price column. Check this is a price. Notice that this is the highest price 263. Ascending in query we are writing select start from products order by price. If we write DSC, SC means descending. Highest price on top and it is a descending price. Default is ascending, or ASC means ascending, DSC and descending. And you notice what are blue color. These are keyword. Keyword means which understand by the compiler. There is a behind the screen, there is a SQL compiler. The editor is there. It understands this is the keyword. It is you cannot write as you like. It has a meaning which understand by the system. That's the reason it is a color is blue. Next is A&D clause, and if I want to do 2-column common and country, Spain, A&D customer name like something, 2-column, if we do that, AN means both, it will satisfy the both criteria. Then suppose I want to country, suppose India, and I'm expecting city. Suppose I don't know whether any data there is India, and suppose another column, suppose city, city get to like the name. Here data will be displayed, catch up from the back-end database if it fill up criteria. When you are using AND clause, it is called AND. And if you write or means I'm writing city India or city or country equal to UK. Here it is a very simple query. It will face the customers if country is either India or UK. It's any criteria, it will check the country field and it will be OR clause. These are the two countries it will match, and if it is any record presence, it will be this place. This is the query for OR clause. Now clause very simple. Select star from customer who are not country. Suppose of select star from customers not country. If it is only, it will be fetch the data which is countries not spent. Rest others country data will be displayed. This is select star from customer who are not country. Select star from customer who are not country. Sure. Rest all other record will displayed. Rest other data will be displayed. It is a very good editor is in front of you. You can just experiment. This is not class because these are not required, but generally insert data, operate data. This is not required. Just you can go through directly here. Insert till. I have to tell you, since basic SQL means whenever we insert the data in the database, we record in the database. But SFMC will be only for fetch the data, not we are storing the data because data will be come from other source, some CSV file. We have from, we will be used to some CSV file, or it is the Amazon storage, the Amazon S3 bucket. That data will be as a source of as a data in the CSV file. If this system will be feed the data from file system. That's the reason there is no such insert query is required, but till I want to showcase you how insert work. Suppose this is a table we want to insert data. Simple query insert into SMC. Insert it to SMC Logan. This is the SQL query. Insert into table name values all field values. The name is wrong. Insert into SMC or what? This is F. That value has been inserted. This is a simple insert query. This you have done. Insert query, insert into table name. Insert into table name values. But it will be not required on SMC. But since you are learning and revise basic SQL, you can go through it up to joining. You can go through it. This is insert statement. After statement, if we want to change any value, if we want to, this is an update. It is an update table name, column name, which column we want to insert the values. If we want to update any value, suppose sample queries are there. Though it is not required, it is really not required for you. We can do our system. Suppose I have, this is the record already there. Select those. I have to change that. Total country India instead of India. I have to keep the different. What I need to do, I need to write query simple update query update table name. Let me see. Update table name. Set country. Suppose name set country. Suppose German. Now where? Student. Just notice that data has been changed. Country has been changed. Update query working. Next we need to learn update term. Delete coder, very simple to delete a record from the database. To delete a record from database. Because database we are mainly or unknowingly. We all are using behind the screen lots of database we are using in everyday to-day life. All data are coming from where it is either relational database or some unstructured database. Data are generally three types. One is a structured data, that is a tabular data, and another is unstructured data, like a video file YouTube are using, that is unstructured data. Another database comes, it's called XML or JSON data. Today is one. It's using lots of data which is in every system, cross system, when they interact with each other. Earlier it is only XML, nowadays it is called API data REST API. REST API, it uses the data JSON format. JSON is nothing but a JavaScript object notation key value paired data. That's when two cross systems interact with each other like two persons, different language, and they need an interpreter to convert their one person's language to another person's interpreter. Similarly, that is called API. Next is a delete table. Delete record is very simple. Delete record. Delete it from XRadiator. Multiply delete separate assets or adware work with fourth commerce. Platy Hansen and Ifatuvizer conversion. Click it. Now check it. Just notice that record has been deleted. It is a delete query how to have learned in very short period of time in SQL. If we do summary, very basic SQL query and select query to get the record and a wire clause to get a particular record. In a particular record, we use the wire clause or condition, and there are some other things like it is a min and max. Min and max, suppose there is a high employees are there, I want to get the salary, maximum salary. Which is it? Here price value. Next price, is it some digit numeric value, either decimal or numerical? We can apply some algebra here. Some mathematics like mean price minimum, if you select, just click here. Select price from table. There is inbuilt on table in .SQL database. There is a price table. This is a price. I want to get what is the minimum price, what is the max price, average price, mean price. You can select max, at average, at mean max average. These are the some new three clause we learned. Mean price, max price, average price. And there is a things called count. If I want to get the how many records are here. In this table, it contrasts 1 record, 2 record, 3 record, 4 record. What we can write here, select count, start. Ankit, when you selected count, it showed two different things, like which one are we supposed to select? Is there like anything specific on that? Can you repeat your queries, please? No, when you went to count, when you can just delete it and type it again, we found like two different options coming up when you typed in count. No, it is convert count. This is your select count. Count start. Start means what? Count table name. Let me see. It will be get the count of total count 4 records. Select count from how many records. Count if the records count, you can get that as it could say alias column instead of count start. It created alias column. Total count is 4. Count is a simple SQL class. It is a total number of count. Total number, if you use the dir schools, you can write here select. I am writing select. Select start from customers. Tables inbuilt in dir schools. Now I want to get the how many records. I am writing count. Online edit. It is given 91 records are in this. It is a count star. Select count star. It is given 91 records. We are familiar with the count sum average, and next we want to do what does it start mean? Are we supposed to add it like everywhere or like what does it mean? Start means all. Start means count the moment we are using start. Star means all records. It will affect all. This is a query studio. This is a query studio. Now you write cell. I need to check in next. Select from. Start from. Or data extension to move. Data extension. Using SQL query will be able to fetch data hotly and return data extension. Using SQL query will be able to fetch data from the data extension. Select star from an actual detection. This is top dice SQL because if we know it, then it will be very easy for these things to do in our query studio. We have done. Next is a like clause. What is a like? Like means suppose I want to get this. There is a 3-person Omkit on show. It is a oral. There is a 3 found name starting with the character A. I want to get the like clause. like means which pattern, it checked the patterns. Select start from customers. Add customer name starting with the A, starting with the character A. If we click it, run it. Who are the customers? Start their name started with the character A. These records display B. Chain it to instead of A, B, who are the customers. This is a very simple clause. It is a like clause. All customers, their name started with the character B. It has been displayed. Pankita, are we supposed to add the percentage to it like every time? Percentage means it is a wildcard. It's called wildcard. It says suppose I want to even starting percentage. It uses 3 pattern. It is a like clause uses 3 way. Suppose I want to get all characters. End with character A. End with character A. Which name end with the character A, then it will be. You notice all the record last character is A. And beginning percentage means at the beginning any character or last character A. It is a part, we have written a percentage. It is a starting character A, then starting character with A. Anything, any combination you can use. This is called wildcard. When we do that generally, when you do the search, suppose you are searching some student. You do not know their full name. You are writing few character and giving hit the enter button and it is searching result. This is the things happened using like clause. It generally used for like clause. Jet will do it. Wildcard, this is called wildcard. This percentage symbol, this is called wildcard. There is some other wildcard we use, just you be familiar with only one wildcard, that is a percentage. Represents percentage symbol, use the wildcard. Next is the in clause up to join. You can move, you can jet. If you go to W3 schools, you will be pushed up to here. Just join these joins. You can stop here. You are not required to proceed. If you feel some interest, curiosity, you can learn. It can be added in your profile. You know estimate CSS and SQL. If you know SQL, and SQL is used everywhere as a foundation skills, it can add value addition. If you know it, definitely it has some advantage in your profile. But it is not primary requirement for SFMC. It is not like that. In clause, very simply. If we write select start from country, then it will get all country value, all country. But I want to get the only country, limited country in select start from customer. Only Germany, France, UK. There are other countries like Mexico. There is a Sweden, France. Just I want to get the all. This is the country. I am writing it in clause in. It is getting the in clause. Suppose I want to get the only UK. It's interesting. No difficulties there. It is interesting. In clause. I want to get the all data not in, not in. Except you get all records are coming not in clause. In clause, not in clause. On if you really 2 to 3 hours. If you give your time, you will be expert in it. Bean2N plus select star from product, because as an SFMC administrator, sometimes we need to set up this configuration. Some rules need to set up. Here, This table will be equivalent to your data extension table, what we are doing in the here. Similarly, it will be a data extension table in our SFMC tool. Between means in a range. It works inside a range. We have price between range. There is a price. It is giving the range. We are giving the range 20 to 30. This is the reports are coming. Next is job. And now in SFMC inside we learn up to it. In many cases we need to get that. We need to send the mail and we joining to data extension table data with some conditions. How we can do the conscience. I want to show you very simple example. Very simple example here. This is a table name for student ID. It contains FMC learning student, ID student name, student country. Now I want to create another table here. Create another table. MC student. It is a professional input. Just it is another table, but how to be the common student? ID is a common. Student underscore ID. Next, click the just come in. This is another table. I want to set some record. This is a pass record 102, 103. Now I want to. Here I am giving 100. Suppose it is SMCC ROM, just type apply. Now I want to get a data. This is a first table which contains student ID and name, and this is another table which contains student ID and profession. I want to get data from two tables. But what is the common between two tables? The common is that two table common is student ID. Remember last day we have done the data accession also. There is a connectivity. You have noticed one tables on detection, there is a hierarchy, it is a connect with the other last day. Then there is a common value is here ID. Now I want to face it, select star from SFMC underscore loaner. We start from the same cylinder. It may be a little bit hard for you, but don't worry, you will be not. Gradually, you or it is, you see, to a discrete example to table, we need to join. We need to join using on 3. That is it. ID, this is it. This is the common. When we to do data extension, table data will be, we need to do it at on joining based upon the common key, the joining based upon a common key, like student and student marks, student information and student marks detail. Lastly, we have done a table also in detection table. Think it. Here is a one student table and one student result table. What is the common between them? If you go to student data extension, if you go to column to student ID, and this is it, content student ID, and if you go back to student result, it is ready. Student result in, and it notice it contents record. What is a common column? Here student aid is a common. What will be our query? Suppose I want to get the data. Or query will be like it, or query will be like it. What will be our query? Joining query. Suppose I want to get the every student and the result. It is contents to table to data extension table. We need to write select star from student. Student result where student dot student aid student underscore result dot student aid. ID student underscore ID. Then comment data from to data extension table data will be displayed. Data will be received and it will be created virtual table that data, and then we want to send email sending or based upon the all of the data. It will create a virtual table data, and that data will be used as an input for your email subcontent and different purpose also. This is the all basic SQL query. You should not take You are not required to master, but you should. In the schools, it is the most easiest side up to this basic join. You are not required to go for inner join, left out the join and out the join. This is not required. Up to this, you can go through, you can spend 2-3 hours time. That will be sufficient and it will be next day. Why I have spent is today, because you will be next when we will do the SQL query. It is the automation. Now we have seen it. Why would you use it? On is a SQL editor. You have noticed another area. I want to showcase you in automation, because next our topics is, now we have covered up Email Studio, Mobile Studio. Now we are moving to, it is a automation, then moving to Automation Studio. Automation Studio and Journey Builder, this is your coming priority. Automation Studio. Inside automation will be create new automation, new automation. New automation, it will not be shared just here. This is a SQL query and we will use it here. Today's session will be utilized here. And also query editor, we have not yet studied it. That will be query editor, nothing but for testing purpose. But after testing our query, if it is working fine, that query will be used here. It will be learned SQL query. Next is automation. I want to share with you why this automation some at least 5 minutes. Next step will be go in detail. Automation means, suppose you want to send your customers email automation. It is not possible. It will be, I will send, these are the customers. I will be send them in. Suppose your target customers are the parents of student. Parents are they return back to home at 7-8 p.m. in the from office. They are relaxed that time, you are expecting to send the bulk mail. You should create an automation. Now already we have sent the mail, we have clicked and it got mail. But now we are expecting mail will be hit to the customer. This is the particular time. We want to make it schedule. How to use it? Drag. Click to configure. Suppose I want to send mail to get is a date of 14th. I have to send mail to. Now we are going to send the mail to the customer. Now we are going to send the mail to the customer. Now we are going to send the 17th January. I want to send them. I want to send, this is that I want to choose the time zone. This is the time zone I want to send them. I want to send hourly, yearly, weekly, weekdays, monthly, yearly, all combinations, any combination. Then it is occurrence, how many times in a day, how many times it will be hit to the customers. All those absolutely will be hit. Click it. This is it. Save. You have to give the name. This is it. My auto. Here will be scheduled. One is scheduled and another is a file drop. File drop. File drop will be created to a file location. In many cases, suppose our business is happening. End of the day, it is generating Excel CSV file and will be put to in SFMC system, will be feed to system, and it will be from that data it will be sent up email. Some email and automation there. I need to know how to create our location. It is a file drop. Click here. Configure. You need to click on import. And here if you notice input from where it will be import from, I want to create the file. Then we'll go for the repeat next day. It is a file location. This system will be get the file from a particular location, file location. This is a file location. Once activated, these automation will run when a file is dropped. The moment a file will be dropped here into this directory, directly import ATM, then it will work. We want to know on things email. In email admin, here we want to create locations. Just notice here link is called file locations. Here I have created. I have suppose all files will be my files. I will be placed here. How to create it? Because this is go to file locations in the admin. Click on create, click on create. It will give the name. Sample external key. External. It is nothing but a data extension. We need to get value from data extension. If you go to data extension, you will notice every table contains an external key. That external key we need to place it, and if you go to here subscribe and go to data extension, next day we will do everything hands on that. It will be completely comfortable. Just before that, today's basic knowledge should come through. Here if you click here, this is the external key. This is the external key. I want to create a file where data will be in a file location. Now you can go to admin section and create a file location. Create a file location. File location. Suppose my turning point. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.